Record. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Healthy Living Inspirations. I'm going to do a screen share and we're going to go a little bit over about the how to close a meeting. And you might think, well, do I really know how to, do I really need to know how to close a meeting? Why, yes, you do, because even if you're doing a coffee shop chat, it doesn't matter what kind of meeting, you're going to ask the basic same questions. So in other words, the whole point of setting up a meeting, making a connection, is to set the next connection, is to set the next appointment, set the next meeting, to reconnect. And at the close of a meeting, you'll kind of find that I do the same thing almost every single time. Lewis Smith taught me well. And it's, I always end it with, did anybody learn anything tonight? And I just stay silent for a few seconds and let them just, oh yes, I've learned a whole lot. And then I say, can you think of anybody else that needs this information? So you're getting that person to think outside of the box, outside of themselves, and to be able to think of, oh yes, my brother, my sister, my friend, my neighbor, my mother, my father, oh my goodness, my children. Everybody needs this information. And then I kind of ask around the room, what did you like best? What did you like best about what you heard? So it keeps everything upbeat, keeps everything positive, keeps them thinking. And what you want to avoid is asking somebody to join right away, or asking somebody to actually do they want to, buy product? You never want to ask them if they want to buy product. You never want to ask them if they want to join. You always invite them to ask questions, and you get them to think beyond themselves. What did they learn? Who else needs to learn this? What did you like best? And then I always ask, who would like to know how to get started on a health pack of their choice? Everybody likes to think that, let's say, they're in control and that they have choices. And we're not here to tell them they don't have a choice. We're actually here to impart information and give enough information for them to make a wise, informed choice. One of the things is, Dajish and I were in the sauna today working out together. There was a new line from one of the videos that we listened to, and it kind of went like this. It was, it's your body, it's your journey. And so I'm going to actually take that little phrase and maybe even incorporate it into the closing statements of my meeting. It's your body. What would you like to do with it? It's your personalized journey. Where would you like to start? How would you like for me to partner with you to help you be your God-given best in 2024. So it's actually inviting people. It's opening up for the possibilities that, you mean I don't have to do this alone? You mean I have somebody that I can partner with? You mean somebody really cares about me enough to give me information that I desperately need that will make a difference in my health? You mean my personal struggles aren't just my personal struggles? I can hear about somebody else's struggles, somebody else's victories, and I can be encouraged and lifted up about it. You mean somebody else cares? You mean somebody else can help me? Oh my goodness. You mean we can partner together in this journey? It's your body, but how about partnering on this journey for health together? I love that concept. And those are just some recommendations and suggestions that I have for closing a meeting. Again, you can say these same things, whether it's a coffee shop chat or whether it's 2 or 3 in the room or 50 in a room. Sometimes I go into kind of the particulars. I don't like to really go heavy on these particulars. Why? Because it's too much information for a lot of people. If the room is quite large, like what I just did out in Naples, I give everybody a follow-up form. I hand everyone a follow-up form that raised their hand and would like to start on a health pack of their choice. and would like for us to help partner with them. And I say, somebody's going to sit beside you and we're going to help guide you. But I can go back and say, hey, for you that just want to join for free and try the product, we've got the plan for you. You can join for free and try out the product and enjoy a 10 or 20% discount. The choice is yours. You'll get a personalized website. And with that personalized website, guess what? You're going to be able to control or manage. I like to say the word manage all your future orders from this day forward. And besides that, the information on that website is amazing science. You'll be able to get a degree by just simply drawing from these amazing world-class scientists on nutrition in your back office that's offered to you for free. Plus, we have incentives, great, amazing incentives. Who doesn't like benefits? Who doesn't like perks and incentives? I get a notification the other day about my bank, and my bank says, hey, if you refer somebody to the bank that you enjoy the benefits from, guess what? We'll put $100 in your bank account. And I've done that a few times, and guess what? They put some money in my bank account saying, thank you for referring this particular bank to someone else. So we have a referral program. It's called 3 for Free. You enjoy a health pack of your choice, and you share this information with the people that you've already thought about that needs this information, and you share it with them. Then guess what? 3 on a health pack equal or greater value. Then guess what? Your health pack is sent to you, shipped to you free. That's an amazing incentive. And then another incentive is shipping. I tell you, Amazon really has done a number about this shipping deal. Don't be mistaken. Don't get it twisted, because Amazon pays for shipping, but they have a very large bank account. They own the majority of the market. And so they have a lot of money that they can actually throw to the shipping. So the other companies kind of left out there when after shipping. So we would like to offset the burden of the shipping. So what do? We can celebrate with you for a 6 months consecutive NeoShip. Then we'll be able to give you the benefits and incentives of every dollar you spend. I think it's up to $30 a month on shipping can be collected in your website, and you can actually take those incentives, and they're called points, dollar points, and go shopping in a special website with special products that are specially designed for that shopping experience. It's amazing. In fact, if I check my my team right now, I bet I could find thousands of dollars sitting in somebody's back office, just sitting there, sitting on the back burner, because I haven't picked up the phone and called them and tell them, are you aware you got $60 worth of free product that you can actually cash in on? And so that's another incentive for us to call our team and get them say, hey, I got some great news for you. And also share savings with friends. And as a promoter, it's a one-time lifetime $75 and enjoy a 25% discount for a lifetime. You get this supportive wellness community. You get exciting incentives like cash, commissions, and a wonderful nutritional startup business. Where can you go to start up a wonderful nutritional startup business for less than a tank of gas in your SUV? Oh my goodness. So a lot of the benefits and incentives cross. For instance, even if you do sign up as a promoter, you still can enjoy the first 6 months of the shipping incentives. And whether you're come on board as a free member or as a promoter, both of you can enjoy the benefit and incentive of the 3 for Free program. So you can see a lot of it crosses. You both get a website. The difference between a member website and a promoter website is that the additional information you need for commissions and commission checks is not available on the free member site. So 2 ways to get started. And I just tell people which one best fits your lifestyle. I love that line because it's so simple to say. It takes kind of the burden out of, okay, how do I ask them which way they want to, what do they want to choose? How do they want to choose? Don't stumble over that verbiage. Just say which one best fits your lifestyle. It's real simple. I want everybody here to write that down and memorize it. Which one best fits your lifestyle? Remember, it's your body. And remember, it's your journey, but we're willing to partner with you in this journey. I love that. Let them feel like they are literally joining the family. Now, how many of you would agree that you have, when you joined Neolife, you just didn't get products in a bottle, you actually joined and linked up with a family? Yay, yes. And an exciting family and a blessed family, very knowledgeable family. So getting started, when someone gets started, I don't care if they come on board as a free member or if they come on board as a promoter, I still want to let them dive in and experience the wonderful taste and test and delights that Neolife has to offer. So I like to help them to do a Zoom if they're out of town. And if they're in town, I like to meet with them personally. Getting started, set for success, getting started booklet. This is going to be for those who have joined as a promoter. They'll get a getting started booklet. If someone is joined as a member, they will not be getting this booklet. So in other words, how you're going to diversify is someone that's come on as a member, you're going to help them to clarify their health goals. For somebody who's come on board as a partner, a promoter partner, then you're going to actually help clarify their business and their health goals. So you ask them simple questions. What do you want to see happen? And what are your expectations? So you want to kind of get an idea of, oh, I'd like to lose 10 pounds. If somebody wants to lose 10 pounds, that would be a health goal. Or I'd like to start working out at least 3 times a week, or I'd like to have some more energy or get some better rest or have better mental clarity or have that perk of energy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So if it's a business goal or expectation, then kind of sit down, write it down and clarify it so that they have their amount of effort that they'll need to put into the plan and with the same measure of expectation to get a return back. Long-term goals, 1 year to 5 year goals to set. Short term would be 30 days. What would you like to see happen in your first 30 days? Somebody might say, well, I'd love to lose at least 5 pounds, or I'd love to, get rid of this bloating in my belly, something of that nature, or might say, hey, I'd like to, in the first 30 days, sign up 3 people. 3 my friends, and get them going on a health pack and get them going on a good health journey. So then you want to sit down and write out goals for 6 months. And then ask them, how fast do you want to build? How fast do you want to build this structure? Because if they're only willing to put in 3 hours a week, then they're not going to build very fast. But if they're willing to put 3 hours a day, oh my goodness, they're saddling the horse and they're raring to go. And so you want to write this down, have a 5x7 card with you when you go meet them in person. And if you're not meeting them in person and you're doing a Zoom chat, just have them write it down on a Zoom card. It's really great to have an index card file box and have your promoters listed on that index card file box. I'm old school. I like to see it because to me, out of sight, out of mind, I got to see it to believe it. Hey. And actually, there's a lot more out there that are the same way. So personal growth will match investment, go over their steps necessary for their growth. So let's get started. Let's actually put on the schedule your first coffee shop chat. who you're going to invite. Let's do a 3-way call. Let's get that on the planner and let's plan those. 10 meetings. You're going to go over all the upcoming meetings, all the calls that are on Monday nights, the trainings, and the upcoming events. You want to make sure if they're a promoter that they're signed up for the summit in July, and that they're also connecting with the East Coast, West Coast, some of those events. Steps to overcome fear. So ask them this question: how can I help you? What is your greatest fear? And someone might say, oh, I hate getting a no. Well, how can I help you to lessen the sting or the pain of a no? And then I might share with them, well, no doesn't really mean you're being rejected. It just means that that person needs more information, or it's just not the right timing for them. So how are we going to handle that? We're going to say, how can I answer some questions that you may have so that you can have clarity about the information you need? Or if it's not the right timing, just say, things change, people change, circumstances change all the time. Is it okay if I check back with you in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days? And I'm sure that person is going to say, sure, you can follow up and check back with me in 90 days. And also check their level of teachableness. Find out if they're really willing to plug into that Monday night call that we do, and our once a month rally. And those are activities. Find out, check to see how involved they want to be. And that also is a measure of them being whether or not they're teachable or not. And of course, set up for success, do the demos. This is my favorite part: taste, test. Let them experience the skincare, put the hand and body lotion on the back of their hands. Let them demo the aloe. Taste the aloe, taste the tray, chewable vitamin C. Let them actually experience some of the chewable vitamins. Let them drink some of what I call our drinks that make you think. Give them a sample of the Elevate, a sample of the Upbeat, a sample of the Neolife tea. Let them explore and discover more of what Neolife has to offer in our amazing Neolife store. And then, of course, share with them what our philosophy is, what our culture statement is. You'll find that in the Getting Started booklet. You'll also find that in our catalog. And I love to also go through the catalog. When I do meetings, I give out at least 5 catalogs a meeting. Why? Because people like something stable in front of them. If they are able to touch something, go home with something, open the page, point to something, put a circle around it, you're defining them, you're anchoring them, you're helping them to make good, wise decisions. And because I guarantee you, if you don't, someone else will. Somebody else out there in Yahoo land, Yahoo marketing land, is going to grab them up, snatch them up, and going to take them down a wrong road. And you don't want that to happen. You want them to go down the right road. And we all know that Neolife has paved the way, blazed the trail for the right road. All right. So you want to teach them to share their story, and make sure it's a 90-second story and not a 3-minute and 30-minute story. That was another class that we've done. When and how did you get introduced to Neolife? What products did you took to get your results? And where are you now? And how has your health improved? What does your future look like? What are you excited about in the future? And video your testimony. I always love this. Even if somebody, let's say, has only been on the product for a week. I just the other day got a testimony of someone that's only been on the product for 1 week, and they're jumping up and down and saying, my skin looks better, my hair is not as brittle, I've got a vibrance to my skin, I've got more energy, I'm sleeping better. That's amazing testimony in just a few short days. And a lot of times just videotape someone's testimony right then and there while you're with them with a getting started meeting. And then you want to always get them connected with our Facebook, or get them connected on Telegram, get them connected on our boards platform. And the reason why I like the boards platform is because it has everything on there. When a brand new person just came on board, and I downloaded boards for them, but I didn't have time to really go over everything. And then when I came back and I did a training with her the other day, and I said, all right, pull up your boards app. And I said, click on this. And now go and click on this. You should have heard the squeals on the other side of the line. She just was giggling because she says, oh my goodness, look at all these files. You mean I have access to all of this to share with others? And when I showed her the vibrant-health.life, and when I showed her about Don Lawson audios, she spent half the night listening to Don Lawson audios and sent them out to all her friends in different parts of the United States. She loved it. She listened to it. She was just saturating her heart and mind with these wonderful stories. Teaching how to copy, paste, and send and follow up links. That's going to be another talk. But this is just one of the things you want to do in a getting started meeting. And then obviously you want to schedule the next meeting. So, all right, what is the purpose of hosting a meeting? Is to set up and schedule the next meeting. And of course, practicing the coffee shop chat. All right, so I'm going to actually go out here because we've been 30 minutes on this. Here is, if you want to do a snapshot of this page, show how to access the websites, Facebooks, social medias, Proven Wellness. Chrissy and I signed up a new lady today, and she was so thrilled and excited to be able to get connected on Proven Wellness. I put her on there. We put her beautiful smile on there, and she saw people clicking, saying, welcome, 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 welcome. She was so excited. These are some of the, right here are the Facebook teams, the Proven Wellness, Bald Eagle Team, Neolife Healthy Living North America, and the vibrant-health.life, and the Bald Eagle Team is the business. This is the health. Our Telegram, which is going to be nutritional wisdom and testimonies, Bald Eagle Business Training, Bald Eagle USA. And then, of course, download boards so that they can access the entire panel on one platform. So you can actually pull up your boards and go to Facebook. You can pull up your boards and go to our website. You can pull up your boards and go to Telegram. So we want everything to be consolidated, concise. We're living in a world where we maximize and compress every single minute. Our hardest thing is Neolife has so many good things to offer. So our hardest thing is to pick one of those good things and be able to share it 1, 2, 3, and not overload someone. So thank you so much. And I'm going to go back and Denisha, if you'd share a little bit how we approached one of the beautiful ladies today that was in a tea shop that we went in and had a cup of tea, and just kind of share about 90 seconds about how awesome and wonderful that conversation flowed.
Thank you, Lavonne. You're such an amazing inspiration. She offered to go in and check out this place to see about what they had to offer for teas. And so we kind of just started looking around. Lavonne noticed that the little drink machine had a African flag. And then we kind of just was discussing just basic conversation. And the young lady that was working behind the counter, she came over and she kind of was, I didn't notice, but Lavonne kind of noticed she was listening to us talk. And Lavonne and her began kind of discussing something we had was part of our conversation. So then I noticed that she was kind of interested in fellowshipping. And it was nothing about Neolife for the longest time. And we kind of just got some background, like I had asked her where she come from, because obviously you could tell she wasn't from Polk County. And she said she was from New York, and such a wonderful large world, but small world. And she had grown up, and her appearance, you would not have known or thought this, but that's how diamonds are. They're just tucked away and hidden. And she was so beautiful inside and out. And she shared that she had went to school at Word of Life, and that her parents were actually the directors for the lighthouse there in Lakeland. And she shared how they um, come to know the Lord, and that how they moved around, and how the Lord worked it to where they had an opening come up at the lighthouse. So anyway, so long story short, we just warmed up with conversation. And then we were just, then Levon asked, well, what do you do to, help your health? And do you drink any energy drinks? So we didn't just jump into, hey, would you like to try a sample? It was probably a good 30 minutes, maybe even an hour of conversation. And it all started off with, because we had 20 minutes before a little marketplace opened up. And I was willing just to sit in the sauna and sweat some more. And I could see the little wheels were rolling in Levon's head. She's like, let's go for a walk. I was like, okay. And I mean, because I looked like a hot mess. I mean, we came out of the sauna. Who would think that you were going to have an opportunity for a divine appointment? So you never assume it's not going to happen. And so anyway, so just go out, be a light, be his hands and feet. And when you love people and you genuinely want to help and make the world a better place, it will just flow. There was no script. There was some keywords like we kind of have pulled from our sauna, and it's just encouragement. It's not a manipulation. It's not a force. And so when she shared how, she's got children, his, hers, and ours, and that she's running all over the place. And she was willing to try a sample of Elevate. She would like to try Shake. So we're actually going to get a chance to go back in the morning. And so when you inquire, or not inquire, but when you think about the two things people need is attachment and authenticity. We're all looking for love, and hopefully you're not looking for love in all the wrong places. But that's okay, because sometimes there's a little Vaughn in the place of the wrong place. And so just, I want to say thank you to Levon. She's such an amazing, giving, caring. I can't imagine doing life with anybody else that tries to outserve you. And that's what she's teaching me is to love others. And it's really a competition to outserve one another. It's not a competition to like, oh, this is my person, I'm going to sign up. I mean, when I go to Naples, it's simply to fellowship and to meet people, and serve one another, and then the rest will come.
That's beautiful, beautiful. And the more you do that, the more comfortable we are doing that. And the more confident we'll be doing that, because that's what we are. We're marketplace evangelists.
Yes. And I do want to say, like, the more you can go and help one another. I told Levon, like, it's God's already laid out the foundation, and it's up to us to take advantage of Hosea 4:6. And it says his people lack for a lack of, or perish for lack of knowledge. And the knowledge is there, but you have to read it. Faith is there, but you have to have works. So when you go out with two people versus one, it's like you have that confidence, you have that stability, you have that support. And there's something about it when there's two or more gathered. So I just encourage everybody to go out together, be the light, shine bright, be the hands and feet, and just have your listening ears on, because we have two ears and one mouth for a reason. And be listening for those cue things that says, man, I'm really tired, or I'm struggling financially. I mean, whatever somebody says their need, think about how can you help them. And even if it's not Neo Life, maybe they just need encouragement. Maybe they need fellowship, and say, hey, listen, even if you're not I wouldn't say not, but I would just say, hey, if you're interested in some friendships, some good food. Hey, we have these get-togethers. Don't even say at a meeting. Just say we have these get-togethers at the house, or at a friend's house, or
Mhm.
at the gathering place. Because you just never know. That way you don't limit yourself to um, making it all about a sell or sampling and then getting back with them. You take the stress off of it. So just, I encourage everybody, and it's like a challenge. Go talk to 3 neighbors, go out to a tea place. And one thing I'm doing right now is, if it's bitter to the lips, it might be sweet to the liver. So, try a tea without sugar or honey first, and make that a conversation. Like, or ask the waitress, hey, what tea do you suggest? Lavon's got some great ideas for knowing what teas are good to sample. And, when you go out and you're just being a person, a genuine person, and you're having some knowledge about health, or even just a little bit of knowledge about coffee. Do some research on coffee if that's what you drink, or tea. And when you go to a restaurant and you have that little bit of like, oh, I'm looking for a hibiscus or a raspberry tea. I mean, that is like little perks of like, oh, well, she must know what she's talking about, or she must have, traveled to France maybe and had some tea. I don't know, just be cute, be fun. Just go out and enjoy life, people.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much, Denisha. And yes, and you know what we did? We actually rescued Gigi today, because we were talking about somebody else that was being rescued from a certain packaged food company, and she overheard it, and she was like, hey, my grandmother takes that stuff and she's trying to push it on me. So we were actually teaming up to rescue this beautiful girl from those estranged packaged foods.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was
Yeah.
perfect because, being in Naples together and having a couple of other conversations about, people that we know in the team. And so we were just talking about somebody else's call to Lavon and saying, hey, I got this friend who hasn't ordered in a couple of months. I'm not sure what's going on. And then Lavon called and talked to that person, and then actually had another team from Naples that actually offered to do a 3-way call and shared her experience with a super high up person in the other business, and said, hey, listen, like, we're not saying this person or this company is good or bad. We're just saying, here's the facts. And when you lay the facts out, you don't have to put anybody else's company down or anybody else's business down. But you know what? Just like, there's great companies and there's great people that will pray with you out there. But it's your body. And if you can get the whole picnic basket, as our brilliant Deborah calls it, or what did you call it, Lavon?
The whole farm.
The whole farm. I mean, when you just say what we have, you don't have to say what they do or don't have. And I think that's where I'm focusing this year, because I've learned that even when you're discussing something and you say, oh, that's not good or that's garbage, I feel like any time you can replace a negative with a positive word, and just stay away with the negatives, it just changes the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So Lavon's been an amazing person about learning, being humble and teachable and growing. So I've seen Lavon continue to master being a servant and a light. So any chance you get to hang around Lavon, or even if you're just going for a tag along and it's not even your team, I encourage you to take her up on a trip.
Thank you so much. It is my great pleasure to share and to help and encourage and draw out people's talents and gifts and beauty, because that's where it's at. That's where I get my greatest joy. And so beautiful. And you know what? Even though we did that in that coffee shop, well, it was a tea bar and plus, but we didn't stop there. When the market that we were going to go to opened. The door opened right there all over again. And Denisha was able to invite these people to the Saturday event that Louis Smith. And did we not get a verbal yes, yes on both of them? Now we'll
Yes.
have to do our due diligence to follow up, send them a flyer, call them and remind them, and just let them know upbeat, 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 you know, how wonderful it's going to be, how exciting, that this person is very special. They only come into town about once every 6 months, and just, you know, edify, 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 edify the speaker. Wonderful. Awesome. Thank you so much. That was a huge win. And we're going tomorrow to actually go and make a vegan protein shake for this person. When we found out that she was allergic to soy, I said, no problem, because I had gone out to the car to get some of my samples of soy, our Neolife shake. And I said, no problem. We'll be over here tomorrow. You working tomorrow? Yes, we'll shake you up a shake tomorrow, a vegan shake. So we're going to go do that in the morning. So I want to go over real briefly then the coffee shop chat. And we always share our story, our 90-second story. Would anybody like to share their 90-second story? Karen, you want to share your 90-second story? I'm going to actually call on you guys to participate on this coffee shop chat tonight.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Let's see. For a few years, my joints, and a few years ago, my joints started hurting, and they became stiff and painful. So I was trying to figure out what to do. So I started taking the over-the-counter glucosamine chondroitin, and I took that for about a year. It wasn't doing anything. My joints were getting worse. I started producing nodules, and I was like, there's got to be something out there. So as a matter of fact, I had met Deborah on, what was it? One of those social media.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, there you go. And, we started talking, and she had something that I was interested in that I thought that she could help me with. And of course, I was doing life insurance, and she was in need of life insurance. So we kind of, exchanged phone numbers, got together, and so I got on the products. I got on FoMotion, salmon oil. I got on the protein shake, breakfast packet at the Pro Vitality, multi-min, and within a week, my joints stopped hurting, and I noticed that the nodules started to disappear.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, I've been taking it now for over a year, and my nodules are actually gone.
Woo!
Yes.
So Karen, how do you see the future?
I'm gonna get there. I'm moving up.
Hey, you're getting younger, not aging, right?
Yes, not aching. Oh my gosh. And
Yes, I love that. You're getting younger, aging without aching. Yay.
Yeah.
Write that down. That's your line.
I even
Aging without aching.
I fell a couple weeks ago. I slipped in some water and twisted my knee. And I was like, oh my God, I was scared to move my leg. So I had read something about Louis had told somebody to start taking 12 salmon oils, 12 multi-mins, 12 FoMotion, 12 calcium, 6 vitamin D. And all. So I did that for 3 days. And my knee started feeling better and feeling better. Well, and then last Friday, it was feeling so good that I decided not to wear my knee brace anymore on Saturday. And by Sunday, I was back to swelling and pain and all that. So, these products work. And today, I have been pain-free.
So in other words, You're getting better and better. And then if you have a slip and an injury, you can actually accelerate your healing instead of dragging it out and then magnifying it and compiling it. And then,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's out of control and you got another issue going on. And I
Right. And
see
you know,
that all the time.
I never bruised. I hit my toe, the top of my foot, my ankle, and my shin, and I never bruised.
Wow.
It's sore, but I never bruised.
Awesome. Those are great stories, Karen. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is awesome. All right. So let's see. Somewhere around here is a slide that I scroll down. I got to find it. Okay, let me move this over to see. Okay. No, that's the second one. Okay. All right, finally found my slide bar. Yay! All right, who would like to read a couple of things on this page right here, State of Our Health? And you want to try this page here, State of Our Health? Just read a couple of things.
You're talking about the chronic diseases?
Yeah. It's kind of like we're doing a group session on the coffee shop chat, and each person's going to take a little section of the coffee shop chat. Karen did her story. That was awesome.
Well, I can see that on the chart, the chronic disease has been going up over the years. And in terms of countries, Spain is top in terms of being the healthiest country. And we rank with United Kingdom, or below that even. United Kingdom is number 20, and we're number 35 in health. So that's pathetic.
Absolutely. All
I
right.
often tell people that we hit the standards of the world's healthiest countries, and I always mention Japan. I'll have to say Spain and Italy when I say that.
Yeah. Yes. And so what does the World Health Organization have to say about that?
It says that chronic diseases cause 71% of all deaths globally. And the CDC says up to 80% could be prevented, delayed, or alleviated through proper nutrition and better lifestyle choices.
Oh my goodness. Awesome. So we're going to talk about that. That's what this coffee shop chat is about. My goodness, helping. It's your body, but it's also an adventurous journey. And when you like to partner with somebody that is going to be loving, caring, and give you solutions to help you on that journey, yay. All right. So let's take a look at Deborah, would you like to take this next page and share a little bit, a couple of things about this next page? Let's see if Deborah Campbell is unmute and would like to share.
I'll have to come back. I can't see that screen. I can't see that. It's too small for me. I have to find
Okay,
my
are you
tab.
on your phone?
I am.
Oh, okay, hun. All right, Pat Almer, how about you? Can you unmute and share a little, just share a couple of things that's on this page?
I'm sorry too. I'm having my computer keeps going in and out. I can hear you, but I can't see the screen.
Oh my
Could you hear me?
goodness.
I know. I'm very frustrated. So I can't, but I would love to.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody else would like to try this page just to share a little bit that can see it?
Levon, I found my coffee shop chat book, so I'll just do it from.
Oh, perfect. It's the one that says, well, I eat right. Well, I eat right, right?
I can see the picture, but I can't read any of the words on the screen.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Well, I eat right. Don't we all say that? Well, I eat right. Why do I need the supplement? In a study of nearly 22,000 people, not even one got all 10 specific essential nutrients that they were looking for in their regular diet. 2 independent studies showed incredible nutrient depletion in our food over about 50 years, from 1950 to 1999. The example in a serving of spinach, for instance, vitamin A is down by 30% and vitamin C by 53%. In 1950, 4.3 milligrams of iron in an apple. In 1998, it was going to take, it depleted down to 0.18 milligrams of iron, and you would have to eat all those apples to get the content of one apple. In 1980, one orange. Today, you must eat 8. You must eat 8 for the same 1980 nutrients, because you have 27% less calcium, 37% less iron, 21% less vitamin A, and 30% less vitamin C. So the question again is, should I supplement? According to a 2021 study, 80% of all adults currently take a daily supplement, and I believe that is globally.
Absolutely. See, Deborah, thank you so much. You did phenomenal. See, all Deborah did was read a few things. That's all she did. And she did it with excitement. She did it with passion. She did it with voice inflection, so that the people are like, oh yeah, I am interested in that. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize that. Oh my. Absolutely. And then now it's like, okay, so now that you're going to supplement, and 80% of the people are supplementing, let's take a look at what is out there in the market. And again, you don't have to read 1, 2, all 4 of these. Just pick 2 of them out and kind of glance over them. Who else would like to try on this next page? Safe and helpful. Anybody would like to unmute and go ahead and share a couple of things on this page here?
I can.
Okay, hon, go ahead.
Okay, so FDA finds hidden drugs in nearly 50 dietary supplements sold on Amazon and eBay. Some of the tainted products sold on Amazon were labeled #1 bestseller or Amazon choice. And then with the knee joint, it says joint supplement contains undeclared drug. Omega-3, glucosamine, curcumin are on the label of a product sold at Walmart, but FDA lab analysis found it also contained an anti-inflammatory drug that can cause a heart attack or stroke, bleeding, and other serious side effects. Voluntary recall issued. Oh, that sounds fun. Bloomberg News reports no evidence of aloe vera found in the aloe vera at Walmart, Target, and CVS. And
Wow.
similar with no authentic elderberry found in 68% of pills and powders tested. In the testing, they found black rice, other elder species, other plant extracts, and that was cited by Consumer Lab.
Yeah, see, and she just shared some of the facts, and she shared it with, like, hey, wow, imagine that. Oh my goodness, how bad is that? Oh my, can you imagine that, you're trusting a product and a label, and this is what you're getting? Oh my. All right, who would like to share just a couple of the reports from this page here? Is there anybody? Denise, you want to go for this one?
Sure. Let me zoom it in. Where? I can't get it to zoom in. Hold on.
Do you have a coffee shop chat booklet nearby?
I do in the Jeep. I know I bought PJs already.
Okay.
I just did this. I don't know why it's not letting me
To enlarge it?
I can do it.
go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Deborah.
Okay. Some other pretty alarming facts was the New York State Attorney General reports that GNC, Walmart, Target, Walgreens, herbals do not contain herbals. Wow. How shocking is that? Powdered rice, beans, peas, wild carrots, filters like powdered ligaments and grass is what they found in that. That is pitiful. So a multivitamin study, consumerlab.com, tested for 21 brands of multivitamins in 2007 and found these results. 21 multivitamin brands store sold, 11 of them, 52% ingredients did not match the label. So that left 11. And then subtract that from 21, you have 10. And 3 did not dissolve at all. So then you have 7. And 1 contained lead. So that left 6 brands left. And they put them into the following study. A study of 2,000 cancer stage 4 patients by the U.S. National Cancer Institute. 1,000 of those people were given a placebo and there was no change. And 1,000 given more than one of the remaining 6 store brand multivitamins. There was a 32% increase in cancer.
And you would say, how bad is that?
Yeah, how bad is that?
That's over
That's pretty
300.
sad. That's pretty sad and bad.
And I also wanted to note that everywhere that these facts are laid on the page, there is a little number beside that in the back of the catalog. There's a reference where you can see where that was proven.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And now
Mhm.
see how quickly we can actually run through these pages. If you're just sitting in a coffee shop chat and sipping, and everybody will add this is the simple recipe. You can add your seasoning, add your spices. If you're feeling a little spicy, a little funny, a little sweet, you know, it's up to you to season to taste with the person that you're sharing with. So I'll go ahead and share this one. So before I put another supplement in my mouth, I want to make sure it passes the test. Are you who you say you are? Is it made from human natural whole food? I was shocked to discover that you could put natural on the label of something and it's rocks, because rocks are natural, or petroleum, because petroleum is natural, or pine bark, it's natural, or some of the others, it's called natural, right? But no, it may be nature natural, but it's not natural to the cells of my living body. So produced under a pharmaceutical license. Why is that important? Because it'll guarantee my label integrity right there. And this company I found voluntarily does this. Doesn't have to, could be like every other company, but because they want to give you as a consumer the satisfaction and confidence that what we say on the label is actually in that tablet, capsule, liquid, or whatever it is, produced under pharmaceutical licensing. Also, company has done clinical trials. I don't want something that's been tested on a rat or tested on a ferret. I want something that's been tested on my human body. How is my human body going to respond to this formula that was developed? And I want to know, is it going to benefit me or harm me like that last study? Is it going to harm you or benefit you? And have these been published in peer-reviewed medical journals? And these are just a few studies that are picked and chosen to put into these acclaimed medical journals, because you can't just say, hey, I want my study published in a peer-reviewed medical journal. They have to actually divide amongst the peers, and they only pick a few that they all agree that there's valid information being presented here. So absolutely, these are formulas that have been posted in peer-reviewed medical journals. The number one thing that we have got to address when we address our journey in nutrition is cellular nutrition. How do you access the cell? How do you get the cell to open up and receive nutrition? How do you push out the toxins? Well, guess what? The scientists won a Nobel Prize in 2003 for discovering the very formula that does exactly this. And it's 2 lipids and a sterol. It's coming from grains that were extracted out of our nutritional food basket from the farm. And we are suffering at the cellular level because of this. All disease starts one cell at a time that is malfunctioning, is not able to get nutrition in, and is not able to push toxins out. So this is an exclusive formula. No one, it's real important to let people know nobody else in the world has this formula. And you talk about hormones, balancing hormones, helping support the thyroids and all the glandular system, all your adrenals, which is what your hormones that get you up in the morning, put you to bed at night, give you your unction and gumption and your motivation throughout the day, improves your sleep, improves your energy at the cellular level, improves your mental, cognitive abilities. It actually helps children to grow stronger and taller and healthier into their actual DNA stature. Helps with nerve transmission, brain activity. Oh my goodness, who doesn't need this? There's not any human being that doesn't need this, because we were coded by a language of life, and the very foundation of our language starts with this TRANN formula. And then we move down and see the antioxidants. Well, we need an antioxidant, don't we? Every single day we're fighting oxidation. We need an antioxidant to fight the oxidative stresses in life. Sun damage, air pollution, water pollution, stressors in life. We've got to have a way to put in our body that our bodies can access, pick up an army to fight back, push back, stop accelerating aging, and be able to protect and support your God-given immune system. This is a whole human food way of doing that, proven by the USDA, shown to boost your immune system 37% in less than 3 weeks, crank up the natural killer cells 20%, and put the brakes on aging by 44%. And who wouldn't want to protect their cardiovascular system, their heart, by protecting the cholesterol from oxidizing 500%? This is amazing information. The blend and the actual formula and how it was extracted and coded and developed was patented, because you can't patent a food, and it's just 7 dark colored fruits and vegetables with a touch of wheat germ oil and a touch of olive oil for its antioxidant properties of protecting those carotenoids. Amazing results. Amazing formula. These are award-winning formulas posted in peer-reviewed medical journals. So when you actually take the whole farm, you're getting juice extracted farm, dehydrated, organically grown from the farm, non-hybrid, vine ripened, non-GMO fruits and vegetables produced according to our pharmaceutical regulations. I guarantee to you that what we say on the label is actually going to be found, published in peer-reviewed medical journals. That's a mouthful, but guess what? You're getting the whole farm. Absolutely. You're not just getting a genetically modified version. You're not getting a hybrid version. You're getting the whole farm version. The next is an inflammatory. So those are the 2 evil twins of our health, is oxidative stressors and inflammatory stressors. So inflammation has to be dealt with in the body. Karen already talked about a fall. What happens when you fall? You get inflamed in that area of injury. And if you're not addressing that inflammation right away to keep it under control, to send in the oxidative, nutrients to actually repair and rebuild and restructure the damage, then you're going to be in trouble, and it's going to linger longer. And you don't want injuries to linger longer. It's kind of like going for surgery. And if you don't have any nutritional support when you're going for medical treatments and surgeries, then how are you going to heal? When you cut open the flesh has to mend and heal back. The older you get, the harder that your flesh struggles to try to pull back. We need some collagen boys over here, but we got to have some amino acids to do that. We need some vitamin C over here. We need some antioxidants, and we need some vitamin C, and we need some vitamin E in order to come back together, in order to reduce the scar tissue and the inflammatory index. This is a way to do it. One of the #1 nutritional sold in worldwide is an omega or salmon oil. And of course, what sets ours apart, what makes ours different is the fact that it's the whole enchilada. It's the whole fish. It's the whole family of omegas. And so it's tested for over 200 toxins with a zero tolerance. It's the only omegas in the world that's biologically complete and has been clinically tested on humans to prove its anti-inflammatory index reduction. 68% in less than 8 weeks. That's marvelous. That's amazing. That's miraculous. Now that's what we're talking about. Now you get the whole sea, you know, tuna in the tuna of the sea. You're getting the salmon of the sea right here for heart, for brain, for better vision, for moods, sense of well-being, and of course, protecting everything from your eyes, your lungs, your colon, your breast, and your prostate. Woo, amazing. And so the next on the list is protein, because a daily adventure and journey with health has to comprise of an antioxidant, an anti-inflammatory. Your basic rounded 59 nutrient families have to include also a protein. And this protein is amazing because it is biologically complete with all 22 amino acids. It also does not damage your kidneys. It gets one of the highest quality scores for the USDA. There's a test that was actually done by the Clean Label Project, and that Clean Label Project tested 134 different brands that were sold on the shelves through Amazon, through eBay, and they found 70% had over amounts of lead in it, 74% had over amounts of cadmium and BPA, and these are 3 carcinogens. That means that they cause cancer. 100%, look at that bottom here, it's quite amazing, but 100% of the collagen protein had mercury in it. Now, how bad is that? It's 100% bad. I had somebody in a meeting the other day that said, well, how bad was the collagen protein? And I said, well, it was 100% bad. Does that leave any margin for good? No, that's 100% bad. So before you put another protein in your body, make sure it meets the quality standards so it doesn't damage your kidneys, so that it is going to be biologically complete and free-forming amino acids to go about your body to do the business and the work of rebuilding tissue and everything from your, not just your hair and your skin and your nails, but your kidneys and the lining of your lungs and your heart and your cardiovascular system and your eyes and every part of you is structured by these amazing amino acids. Make sure it has a seal of accountability. The only seal that I trust is the SAB seal, and it's ProtoGuard process, meaning it's so pre-digested it will not damage your kidney. It's got fiber in it, both the soluble and insoluble fiber, 5 grams of fiber to help you to have a smooth move when, you know, food wants to exit your body. It also helps with feeding good gut bacteria. It's a multi-enzyme blend, so it's got all these natural extracts from papayas and pineapples in it. It's not going to spike your blood sugar. It's actually designed to balance your blood sugar. So it also has 25 essential vitamins and minerals, so it can be counted as a complete meal replacement for weight management. And as I was talking to somebody the other day that was drinking another company's protein shake, and they said, I couldn't swallow another one of those shakes. And the Neolife shake tastes so much better. And when it comes to quality, there was no comparison. When it came to being nutritionally dense and having concentrated nutrition in it. The whole farm is sitting in it. There was no comparison. So you don't want something with artificial flavors and sweeteners. It's got high fructose corn syrup in it. But you want something that's going to help your body, benefit your adventurous journey for your health, rebuilding, restructuring, easy to digest. So this is some amazing information to share. So glad you joined us. So glad that you are, interested in your health. And then how am I going to close, folks? I'm going to say, what did you like best? Did you learn anything? Can you think of anybody else that would like to, know this information? And what can I do to help you take the next best step in this health journey? Woohoo! So that's what I would share at the end of your coffee shop chat. And I always say, the next event or set up the next connection so that we can stay in touch with them, inviting them to a 3-way call, sometimes right after the coffee shop chat, to answer any questions that they may have with your third-party expert, or to say, hey, we're having an amazing speaker come in town on Saturday morning. You're going to enjoy, love meeting him or her, or whoever it may be, and be able to direct